And in the water, we have event 27, the women's 50-meter butterfly. This is heat 1 of 7. Lane 1, we have Lena Worldman. Lane 2, Anaha Kundry. Lane 3, Ariel Brotman. Lane 4, Miranda Renner. Lane 5, Amy Zhang. Lane 6, Cassidy Allison. Lane 7, Anna Maria Ristic. And lane 8, Michelle Murphy. And unofficially finishing first, we have Miranda Renner with a time of 28:21. Heat 2. In the water, event 27, women's 50-meter butterfly. This is heat 2 of 7. Lane 1, Ariel Lynn. Lane 2, Sammy Cummins. Lane 3, Isabel Cross. Lane 4, Maggie Shallow. Lane 5, Abigail Ninan. Lane 6, Tegan Monroe. Lane 7, Catalina Cahan. And lane 8, Aaliyah Fawn. And unofficially touching first, we have Maggie Shallow with the time of 27:85. Heat 3. And in the water, we have heat 3 of 7. Lane 1, Hassani Pakbar. Lane 2, Sammy Hall. Lane 3, Megan Larth. Lane 4, Amy Okada. Lane 6, Annie Hunt. Lane 7, Emishe Suzuki. And lane 8, Maddie Malone. And unofficially touching first with a time of 28:77, we have Amy Okada. Heat 4. And in the water, we have heat 4 of 7 in the 50-meter butterfly women's. Lane 1, Lily Powell. Lane 2, Helena Kurtz. Lane 4, Taylor Park. Lane 5, Carolyn Powell. Lane 6, Bella Brito. Lane 7, Reina Gomez. And lane 8, Sophie Ware. And unofficially touching first, we have Bella Brito in lane 6. Heat 5. And in the water, this is heat 5 of 7, the women's 50-meter butterfly event 27. Lane 1, Mia Cronson. Lane 2, Amber Paul. Lane 3, Sophia Zhu. Lane 4, Madison McCormick. Lane 5, Charlotte Fishman. Lane 6, Alexis Duncan. Lane 7, Katie Hawk. And lane 8, Chloe Adigo. And unofficially touching first, we have lane 8, Chloe Adigo with a time of 28.84. Heat 6. And in the water, this is heat 6 of 7, event 27, women's 50-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Megan Gordon. Lane 4, Catherine Hazel. Lane 5, Ava Olson. Lane 6, Carly Frangel. And lane 7, Angie Daytog. And unofficially touching first, we have lane 4, Catherine Hazel with a time of 29.13. Seventh and final heat. And in the water, we are on our final heat of event 27, women's 50-meter butterfly. In lane 3, Chloe Ayang. Lane 4, Ivana Johnson. Lane 5, Haley Todd. Again, this is the final heat. Up next will be event 27, the men's 50-meter butterfly. And touching first and officially with a time of 30.99, we have Chloe Ayang in lane 3. Heat 1. In the water, this is heat 1 of 5, men's 50-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Logan Lockies. Lane 2, Joey Chang. Lane 3, Mason Morris. Lane 4, Grant Mundell. Lane 5, Kevin Galuli. Lane 6, David Schmidt. 7, Jacob Wang. And 8, Peyton Koo. We're going here for a world championship time of 23.53. And unofficially touching first. What lane is that? In lane 5, we have Kevin Galuli with the time of 24.47 unofficially. Heat 2. And in the water, this is heat 2 of 5, men's 50-meter butterfly. In lane 1, Brody Ballinger. Lane 2, Jaden Fickle. Lane 3, Drew Jalbart. Lane 4, Lucas McKee. Lane 5, Mateo Parker. Lane 6, Ryan McCord. Lane 7, Joshua Hansen. And lane 8, Hughes Wang. And unofficially touching first, we have lane 5, Parker Mateo with the time of 24.82. Heat 3. And in the water, we have heat 3 of 5, event 28, men's 50-meter butterfly. In lane 1, we have Darren Wynn. Lane 2, Brandon Wu. Lane 3, Harry Homus. Lane 4, Jared Hatch. Lane 5, Jerome Hedrick. Lane 6, Jacob Carnes. 7, Cole Sager. And lane 8, Austin Lathrop. And unofficially touching first, we have Jared Hatch with a time of 24.37. Heat 4. And in the water, we have Heat 4 of 5, Event 28, Men's 50-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Nicholas Bagri. Lane 2, Philip Carril. Lane 3, Ming Yao. Lane 4, Ethan Botikis. Lane 5, Jaden Monroe. Lane 6, Nathan Kim. Lane 7, Harry Summers. And Lane 8, Lucas Stein. And unofficially touching first, we have Nathan Kim with a time of 25:41. Heat 5. And in the water, we have our 5th and final heat of Event 28, Men's 50-meter butterfly. In Lane 3, we have Kyle Versadig. Lane 4, Ryan Chang. In Lane 5, Baron Lemus. Next up, we will have Event 29, the women's 100-meter breaststroke. We have our results for Event 27, the women's 50-meter butterfly. Second alternate, Lily Powell. First alternate, Sophie Ware. Our bonus finalists are Ariel Lynn, Michelle Murphy, Alexis Duncan, Catalina Kahan, Carolyn Powell, Amber Paul, Sophia Zhu, Sammy Cummins. He won. And in the water, we have Heat 1 of 8, Event 29, Women's 100-meter breaststroke. In Lane 1, we have Jana Joysick representing the swim team unattached. In Lane 2, Kalia Hughes from Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 3, Bella Brito, Beach City Swimming. Lane 4, and our top-seeded finalist is Izzy Frere from San Diego State University. In Lane 5, Caitlin Wynn, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 6, Tatten Dweiler from Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. Lane 7, Angelina Messina, University of Pittsburgh. In Lane 8, Jasmine Liu, unattached, representing Mission Viejo. For our Event 27 women's 50-meter butterfly results, we have our consolation finalists, Abigail Ninin, Maddie Malone, Aaliyah Fan, Emma Shea Salikli, Helena Kurtz, Sammy Hall, Bella Brito, and Catherine Hazel. And our top qualifiers in this event are Isabel Krotz, Chloe Adigo, Cassidy Allison, Amy Okada, Ariel Brotman, Amy Zhang, Miranda Rina, and our top qualifier, Maggie Shallow, with a time of 27:85. It is now 9:15 a.m. You have 30 minutes to declare your tent or scratch. In our first Heat 2, and in the water, we have Event 29. This is our second of 8 heats of this event, women's 100-meter breaststroke. In Lane 1, Clements Choi, unattached, representing Ramada. Lane 2, Ariel Brotman, unattached, representing Rancho San Dieguito. In Lane 3, Lucy Warnick, Sandpipers of Nevada. Lane 4, Chloe Braun from Triton Aquatics, unattached. Lane 5, Michaela Tan, dart swimming. Lane 6, Nisha Killicorn, unattached, representing USC. In lane 7, MVN unattached, representing Nova. In lane 8, Ho Jung Yoon, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. We have a lead in lane number 4, Chloe Braun, Triton Aquatics. And unofficially touching first in lane 4, we have Chloe Braun, Triton Aquatics, with a time of 1:11.78. Heat 3. In the water, this is our third of 8 heats in the women's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Zara Gingold of Irvine Nova Aquatics. In lane 2, we have Emma Myberg, San Jose State University. In lane 3, Maddie Phillips, unattached, representing Mission Viejo Nadadors. In lane 4, Callie Rowland, representing San Jose State. In lane 5, Ella Flowers, unattached, representing USC. Lane 6, Henley Kerr, unattached, representing Nadadors. In lane 7, Bella Fisco, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. In lane 8, Abby Lee, unattached, representing the Rose Bowl. And we have a leader coming into the wall here, lane 3, Maddie Phillips. And unofficially touching first, Maddie Phillips with a time of 1:12.91. Heat 4. In the water, we have heat 4 of 8, the women's 100-meter breaststroke. We have lane 1, Julia Gordon, unattached, representing Nova. Lane 2, Taylor. Lane 3, Steinmeier. Lane 4, Taylor. Lane 5, Felt. Lane 6, Lee. Lane 7, Arnold. And lane 8, Sullivan. We have your results for the men's event 28, 50-meter butterfly. Our second alternate, Brody Ballinger. First alternate, Darren Wynn. Our bonus finalists, Bagri, Hansen, Quao, Summers, Curiel, McKee, Chang, and Mundell. Our consolation finalists, Wang, Lockey, Lathrop, McCord, Morris, Chang, Bautikiski, Vertidig. And our top qualifiers, Schmidt, Homans, Kim, Jalbert, Heydrich, Parker, Galuli, and our top qualifier, Jared Hatch, with a time of 24:37. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent or scratch. It is now 9:21. And touching first in lane 2, we have Vivian Taylor with the unofficial time of 1:15.09. Heat 5. In the water, we are in heat 5 of 8, event 29, women's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, Cherise Hickman, unattached, representing Lakewood. Lane 2, Kayla Hahn, representing La Mirada Armada. Lane 3, Neva Phillips, representing San Clemente. And lane 4, Maya Voss, Representing the Dolphins, unattached. Lane 5, Morgan Farlow, Texas Ford Aquatics. Lane 6, representing Mission Viejo as unattached. Lane 7, Trevon Young, Lakewood Aquatics. And Lane 8, Asia Kozan, unattached, representing Mission Viejo. Heat 6. And in the water, we have Heat 6 of 8, Event 29, Women's 100-meter breaststroke. In Lane 1, Jordan Evans from the Sandpipers. Lane 2, Catalina Cajan, Beach City Aquatics, swimming unattached. Lane 3, Chloe Hickman, representing Lakewood, swimming unattached. Lane 4, Lucy Flynn, Orca, swimming unattached. Lane 5, Zainab Tazouk, Santa Clara, swimming unattached. Lane 6, Allie Kim, Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In Lane 7, Davina Huang, representing Santa Clara, swimming unattached. In Lane 8, Joyce Chang, representing Mission Viejo, but swimming unattached.
Because you always announce it.
Yeah, Lane 4. And unofficially touching first, we have Lane 4, Lucy Flynn, with a time of 1:17.72. Heat 7. And in the water is Heat 7 of 8 in Event 29, the women's 100-meter breaststroke. We have Lane 1, Angelina Ahmad Kashani, representing Mission Viejo, swimming unattached. Lane 2, Alyssa Quick, representing Rancho Santiguito, swimming unattached. Lane 3, Natalie Walklett, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. Lane 4, Savannah McVeigh, representing Coronado Swim Team. Lane 5, Bella Sims, representing the Sandpipers. Lane 6, Kiana Fan, unattached, representing Azot. Lane 7, Addison McCall, representing Truly Nation Titans, swimming unattached. And Lane 8, Ella Benjamin, representing Rancho Santiguito, swimming unattached. We have a close race coming into the wall between Lane 5, 6, and 8. As we reach toward the pole, we have Lane 2 and 5. And unofficially touching first, we have Lane 5, Bella Sims of Sandpipers, with a time of 1:17.46. Heat 8. And in the water, we have our 8th and final heat of Event 29, Women's 100-meter breaststroke. In Lane 3, Gabby Ikava, representing Titan Aquatics, swimming unattached. Lane 4, Megan Gordon, Beach City Swimming. In Lane 5, Jolyn Zhang, swimming unattached, representing the swim team. Again, this is our 8th and final heat. Next up will be event 30, the men's 100-meter breaststroke. And coming into the wall here, we have a lead in lane 3 with Gabby Ikva. And touching first, lane 3, Gabby with a time, unofficial time of 1:19.60. Heat 1 of 10. And in the water, we have event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. There are 10 heats of this event. This is heat 1. In lane 1, Gunnar Hopkins, representing Deanza Cupertino, swimming unattached. In lane 2, Marcus Moore, representing Lakewood, swimming unattached. In lane 3, David Schlicht from the Sun Devil Swimming. In lane 4, our top-seeded swimmer, Jerry Chin, representing University of Pittsburgh. In lane 5, Chris O'Grady, Spartans of La Cañada. In lane 6, Christian Perez, swimming unattached, representing Evolution. In lane 7, Jason Serrano, representing Sandpipers. In lane 8, Edward Kim, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. We have some cuts we may be going for here today. We have national cut of 102.49, Olympic trial time of 102.19, and a world championship time of 59.75. In lane 4, touching unofficially first, Jerry Chen with a time of 103.23. Heat 2. And in the water, we have heat 2 of 10, the men's open 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, Bexon Yesgeldi, representing Coronado, swimming unattached. In lane 2, Nathan Wu, representing Evolution, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Nick Short, representing the University of Pittsburgh. Lane 4, our second-seeded swimmer, Daniel Lee, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 5, Jackson Armored, Texas Ford Aquatics. In lane 6, Jared Arroyo, representing Sun Devil Swimming. Lane 7, Haru Yamagata, swimming representing Golden West, swimming unattached. And in lane 8, Kenneth Christian Davis, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. Again, national. And we have leading into the wall, lane 4. Unofficially touching first, we have Daniel Lee with a time of 103.17. Heat 3. And in the water, we have heat 3 of 10, event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, Michael Ryan, representing University of Pittsburgh. In lane 2, Brandon Lee, swimming unattached, representing Nova. In lane 4, Noah Seck, representing Mission Viejo Nadadors, swimming unattached. In lane 5, Trenton Julian, representing the Nadadors. In lane 6, Tiono Zing, representing Santa Clara, swimming unattached. In lane 7, Evan Lim, swimming unattached, representing Nova. And in lane 8, Evan Wang, swimming unattached, representing Evolution. We have a leader in lane 5, Trenton Julian. In lane 5. And unofficially touching first, lane 5, Trenton Julian, with a time of 1:04:31. Heat 4. And in the water, we have heat 4 of 10 in the men's 100-meter breaststroke event 30. Lane 1, Warma. Lane 2, King. Lane 3, Cataval. Lane 4, Vu. Lane 5, Bagri. Lane 6, Santosa. Lane 7, Santos. And we have our results from event 29, the women's 100-meter breaststroke. We have our second alternate, Henley Kerr. Our first alternate, Kate Steinmeier. Our consolation finalists, our bonus finalists, Fisco, Liu, Christensen, Messina, Choi, Felt, Yoon, Sullivan. Our consolation finalists, Frere, Myberg, Hughes, Brotman, Taylor, Simonowski, Warnick, Roland. And our top championship finalists, Flowers, Kajornanik, Deitweiler, Tan, Phillips, Brito, Wynn, Braun. It is now 9:33. You have 30 minutes to enter your intent or scratch. 9:33. Heat 5.
Let's go, Nico.
And in the water, we have heat 5 of 10 in event 30 men's 100-meter breaststroke. Derek Ho, lane 1, Rancho San Dieguito. Lane 2, Nico Morales Ostegard. The swim team swimming unattached. Lane 3, Riley Yu, swimming unattached for Nova. Lane 4, Tyler Campbell, swimming unattached, representing Beach Cities. In lane 5, Taylor Thongrita, Equizats. Lane 7, Nathaniel Delosio, swimming unattached, representing Lakewood. In lane 7, Sebastian Ferron, representing San Dieguito. In lane 8, Matthew Coe, swimming unattached, representing Nova. We have a slight lead in lane 5 coming into the wall.
Yep. Yep.
And unofficially touching first, lane 5, Nicholas Bogri with a time of 1:07:99. Heat 6. And in the water, we have heat 6 of 10, the event 30 men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, Kenny Ickle, representing Coronado Swim, swimming unattached. In lane 2, Elson Lee, Irvine Nova Aquatics. In lane 3, Aiden Ta, lane 3, Aiden Ta, swimming unattached for Santa Clara. In lane 4, Michael Termaloff, representing Texas Ford Aquatics. In lane 5, Alexander Q, Mission Viejo Nadadors. In lane 6, Callum Botito, representing Rancho San Dieguito, swimming unattached. In lane 7, Aiden Griffiths, Coronado Swim Team. In lane 8, Benton Chang, swimming unattached, representing Nova. And unofficially touching first, we have lane 7, Aiden Griffin, with a time of 1:07:40. Heat 7. And in the water, we have heat 7 of 10 in event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we have DeAndre Paez representing the Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 2, Kino Uzito from La Mirada Swim Club, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Alden Brotman, swimming unattached, representing Rancho San Dieguito. In lane 4, Jack Williams, swimming unattached, representing Mission Viejo. In lane 5, Sonit Joshi, swimming unattached, representing Nova. In lane 6, Zachary Zhang, swimming unattached, representing Nova. In lane 7, William Young, representing Mission Viejo, swimming unattached. In lane 8, Dylan Wee, swimming unattached, representing Rose Bowl. And we have a lead in lane 6 coming into the wall. Zachary Zhang. And unofficially touching first, lane 6, Zachary Zhang, with the time of 1:08:86, heat 8. And in the water, we have heat 8 of 10 in event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, Ethan Batikas, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. In lane 2, Sebastian Sandoval, unattached, representing North Coast Aquatics. In lane 3, Manho Chung, representing Nova. In lane 4, Jordan DeRamos, representing Evolution, swimming unattached. In lane 5, Andre Santos, La Mirada Armada. In lane 6, Travis Coolidge, Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 7, Evan Markazak, Dart Swimming. And in lane 8, Cormac Ryan, unattached, representing Coronado.
Unofficial runner in lane number 3, a time of 1:03:32. That'd be Nola Wageland. We're here, hey? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Manhound Cho. We're on heat 9. Heat 9.
And in the water, we have heat 9 of 10 in event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 2, we have Zohan Hay, Lakewood Aquatics. In lane 3, Nolan Weiland, unattached, representing Natadors. In lane 4, Drake Kapafun, unattached, representing Rancho San Dieguito. In lane 5, Matthew Kim, unattached, representing Nova. And in lane 7, Anderson Bennett, representing Beach City Aquatics. Can the coach for Dart please report to administration? And coming into the wall, lane 3, Nolan Weiland, touching unofficially first with a time of 109.38. Heat 10. And in the water, we have our 10th and final heat of event 30 men's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 3, Oliver Gray from Orca. In lane 4, Braden Guzman, North Coast Aquatics, swimming unattached. And in lane 5, Joey Kirkman, Texas Fort Aquatics. Again, this is our final heat of this event. Up next will be the women's 100-meter breaststroke, event 31. Excuse me, event 31, 100-meter backstroke. There has been a massage gun turned in to the announcer's table. If you are missing your massage gun, please come over and describe it so we can find its owner. Coming into the wall, we have a tight race, but unofficially touching first, we have lane 4 with a time of 1:12.03. Braden Guzman. Heat 1 of 8. And in the water, we have heat 1 of 8 in event 31, the women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Ava Pape, Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 2, Delaney Air, representing Beach Cities, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Amy Zhang, Rancho San Dieguito. In lane 4, and our top qualified swimmer, Tegan Odell, representing Mission Viejo, swimming unattached with a time of 1:01.46. In lane 5, Chloe Isleta, representing Sun Devil Swimming. In lane 6, Grayson Aquino, swimming unattached, representing Mission Viejo. In lane 7, Shanti Wynn, representing La Mirada Armada and swimming unattached. In lane 8, Isabel Crass, Texas Fort Aquatics. The World A Championship cut for this race is 1 minute flat, .59. National time of 1:02.09 and junior nationals of 1:04.39. Unofficially touching first in lane 4, we have Tegan Odell with the time of 1:01.86. Heat 2. And in the water, we have heat 2 of 8, event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Anna Brill, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 2, Curlin Molika, representing the Coronado Swim Club, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Addie Gish, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 4, our second qualifying swimmer, Tea Salvino, unattached, representing Mission Viejo. In lane 5, Lindsay Barnes, representing Deanza Cupertino, swimming unattached. In lane 6, Grace Wharton, Nova Aquatics. In lane 7, Catherine Hazel, North Coast Aquatics, swimming unattached. And in lane 8, Sophia Fanastyle, Texas Ford Aquatics. We have a lead in lane 4 coming into the wall. And unofficially touching first, lane 4, Tea Salvino with the time of 1:04:10. Heat 3. And in the water, we have heat 3 of 8. Event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Alyssa Tunn, Nova. In lane 2, Anaga Karandri, unattached, representing Nova. In lane 3, Applejean Gwynn, Sandpipers of Nevada. In lane 4, Taylor McCoy, our third qualified swimmer from Mission Viejo Nadadores. In lane 5, Tegan Monroe, unattached, representing Triton Aquatics. In lane 6, Ali Yokoyama, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. And in lane 7, Eunice Lee, representing Santa Clara, swimming unattached. And in lane 8, Eden Addison, Texas Ford Aquatics. And coming into the wall, we have a tight race here between lane 1 and lane 4. And unofficially touching first, we have lane 4, Taylor McCoy, with a time of 1:05:12. Heat 4. And in the water, we have heat 4 of 8 in event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Daytogny. In lane 2, Powell. In lane 3, Banyan. In lane 4, Wynn. Lane 5, Lee. In lane 6, Giorgino. In lane 7, Hubbard. In lane 8, Mimura. We have our results for event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. Our second alternate, Michael Termalov. Our first alternate, Michael Rhine. Our bonus finalists, Perez, Kim, Thongingtra, Moore, Yamagata, Armour, Griffith, Davis. And coming into the wall, we have a tight race between lanes 5 and 8. 5 pulling ahead and unofficially touching first with a time of 1:08:08. Heat 5. And in the water, we have heat 5 of 8, event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Stinson. Lane 2, Calponi. Lane 3, Espinoso. Lane 4, Lagarth. Lane 5, Carls. Lane 6, Wimberley. Lane 7, Montiel. And lane 8, Brito. Continuing with our results from event 30, men's 100-meter breaststroke. Our consolation finalists are Vu, Wang, Sandoval, Arroyo, Santos, Gulich, Lee, and Zhang. And our championship finalists, Wu, Short, Sek, Schlitt, Julian, Chow, Chen, and our top qualifier, Daniel Lee, with the time of 1:03:17. It is now 9:52. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent or scratch. And coming into the wall, unofficially touching first with the time of 1:06:90, we have lane 3, Gabby Esposito. Heat 6. And in the water, we have heat 6 of 8, event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Bethany Garcia, representing Mission Viejo Nadador, swimming unattached. In lane 2, Cassidy Allison, representing Rancho Santiaguito, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Valerie Yu, representing Triton Aquatics, swimming unattached. In lane 4, Sophia Sim, representing Azot, swimming unattached. In lane 5, Sophia Knowles, representing North Coast Aquatics, swimming unattached. In lane 6, Alexia Duncan, representing JCC Waves, swimming unattached. In lane 7, we have Michael Morabito, representing Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 8, Lily Dormans, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. Coming into the wall, we have a lead in lane 3 with an unofficial time of 1:05:69, Valerie Yu. Heat 7 of 8. And in the water, we have heat 7 of 8, event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Allie Kim, swimming unattached, representing Rose Bowl. Lane 2, Riley Solis from the Sandpipers. In lane 3, Carly Fraga, unattached, representing Dianza Cupertino. In lane 4, Lace E. Silva, representing San Jose State University. Lane 5, Sophia Ware, Texas Ford Aquatics. In lane 6, Haley Todd, San Jose State University. In lane 8, Luna Balbuena, San Jose State University. And in lane 8, Brielle Chung, representing Nova, swimming unattached. And coming into the wall, we have a slight lead in lane 4. Heat 8. In the water, we have our 8th and final heat of event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 3, Corey Dudley, swimming unattached, representing Coronado. In lane 4, Neva Phillips, representing San Clemente. And in lane 5, Sydney Masuko, Evolution Racing. And unofficially touching first in lane 3, Corey Dudley, with the unofficial time of 1:11:66. Heat 1. And in the water, we have our first of 6 heats in event 32, the men's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 3, Derek Zing from the University of Pittsburgh. In lane 4, our top qualifying swimmer, Rex Moore, swimming unattached, representing Rose Bowl. In lane 5, Jack Nugent, swimming unattached, representing Evolution Swim. In lane 6, Joshua Hansen, Nova. In lane 7, Matthew Sackow, Texas Ford Aquatics. And in lane 8, Adam Lee, Nova. And we have a lead coming into the wall here in lane 4, Rex Maurer. touching unofficially first with a time of 57:33. Heat 2. And in the water, we have heat 2 of 6, event 32, the men's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Nolan Baker, unattached, representing Mission Viejo. In lane 2, Joey Chang, unattached, representing Nova. In lane 3, Shane Burns, unattached, representing Triton Aquatics. In lane 5, Nathan Kim, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. In lane 6, Aiden Sandevig, unattached, representing Golden West. In lane 7, Darman Yeselgeldi, unattached, swimming, representing Coronado. And in lane 8, Austin Lathrop, unattached, representing San Diego. And unofficially touching first in lane 5, Nathan Kim with the unofficial time of 59:01. Heat 3. And in the water, we have heat 3 of 6, event 32, men's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Braden Jones, Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 2, Jack O'Shaughnessy, unattached, representing Beach Cities. In lane 4, in our third,
Lane 4, Luigi Perez Franco, unattached. Lane 5, Robbie Griswold, unattached. Lane 6, Hunter Shelnick, unattached, Mission Viejo. Lane 7, Dean Coe, unattached, Nova. And Lane 8, Kurt Owens, Texas Fort Aquatics.
and unofficially touching first in lane 4, Luigi Perez Franco with the time of 58:53. Heat 4. And in the water, we have heat 4 of 6 in the event 32, men's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, Zettel. Lane 3, Rodling. Lane 4, Ching. Lane 5, Schmidt. Lane 6, Cho. Lane 7, Yao. And lane 8, Win. We have our results from event 31, women's 100-meter backstroke. Our second alternate, Isabel Crost. Our first alternate, Mickey Mura. Our bonus finalists, Stinson, Allison, Esilva, Dormans, Wimberly, Lee, Duncan, and Gish. Our consolation finalists, Kondori, Esposito, Yokiyama, Hazel, Barnes, Malika, Zhang, and Wu. And coming into the wall with the lead, we have lane 4, River Ching, unofficially touching first with a time of 1:02.94. And in the water, we have heat 5 of 6, men's 32, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Ho. Lane 2, Asab. Lane 3, Camden. Lane 4, Monroe. Lane 5, Her. Lane 6, Eckel. Lane 7, Sai. And lane 8, Morrow. Continuing with our results from event 31, men's 100-meter backstroke. We have our championship finalists, Alyssa Tunn, Grace Wharton, Taylor McCoy, Grayson Aquino, Delaney Hare, Chloe Isleta, Taya Salvino, and our top qualifier, Tegan Odell, with a time of 1:01.86. It is now 10:11. Event 31, you have 30 minutes to declare your attempt or scratch. And coming into the wall, we have Eric Camden with the lead, unofficially touching first with a time of 1:00.62. Eric Camden. Heat 6. And in the water, we have heat 6, our final heat of this event, 32, men's open 100-meter backstroke. In lane 2, Noah Joshi representing JCC Waves unattached. In lane 3, Nolan Weiland representing Mission Viejo, swimming unattached. In lane 4, Theo Cesari representing North Coast Aquatics, swimming unattached. And in lane 6, Hunter Hua representing La Mirada Armada. Up next will be event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly, and there will be 12 heats of that event. And we have a lead in lane 6, Hunter Hua coming into the wall. And unofficially touching first in lane 6, Hunter Hua with a time of 1:03.45.
Heat 1. Diving into the water is the first of 12 heats of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Ariel Lynn, unattached. Lane 2, Sammy Hall, unattached. Lane 3, Bella Fisco, unattached. Lane 4, your top qualifier, Maggie Shallow from Irvine Nova. Lane 5, Chloe Adegio. Lane 6, Zara Masood. Lane 7, Sammy Cummins. And Lane 8, Ishabel Crost. Finishing this race out of lane 4, Maggie Shallow with an unofficial time of 1:01:66. Heat 2. In the water is heat 2 of 12 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Amber Paul, unattached. Lane 2, Catherine Hazel, unattached. Lane 3, Ella Flowers, unattached. Lane 4, Davina Huang, unattached. Lane 6, Ariel Brotman, unattached. Lane 7, Amy Zhang, Rancho San Diego. And Lane 8, Maya Ginzel, University of Pittsburgh. Touching first appears to be unofficially in lane 4 with a 1:02:81, Davina Huang. Heat 3. Diving into the water is heat 3 of 12 of the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Abby O'Sullivan, unattached mission. Lane 2, Victoria Mori, unattached mission. Lane 3, Sophia Sim, unattached Azot. Lane 4, Miranda Renner, unattached Triton Aquatics. Lane 5, Abigail Neenan, San Jose State. Lane 6, Michelle Grabowski, Sandpipers of Nevada. Lane 7, Maylin Lawrence, unattached. And lane 8, Amy Okada, Royal. Touching first out of lane 7, Maylin Lawrence. Heat 4. Diving into the water is heat 4 of 12 of the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Riley Solis, Sandpipers. Lane 2, Isabel Wu, Santa Clara Swim Club. Lane 3, Emma Shea Zakelli, unattached Mission. Lane 4, Mickey Mamura, unattached Beach Cities. Lane 5, Lena Wartleman, Santa Clara Swim Club. Lane 6, Audrey Hill, Coronado Swim Team. and lane 8, Lena Lee, unattached Mission. Coming under the flags, it looks to be between 8 and 6. Lane 8 with an unofficial time of 1:04.99, Lena Lee. Heat 5. In the water is heat 5 of 12 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Kurtz. Lane 2, Powell. Lane 3, Withy. Lane 4, Pape. Lane 5, Mullica. Lane 6, Bropkar. Lane 7, Bayan. And lane 8, Gray.
And we have our results for event 32, the men's 100-meter backstroke. We have a tie for the second alternate, Derek Ho and Kurt Owens. The first alternate, Darman Yesengeldi. Our bonus finalists, Yao, Cho, Si, Lee, Ko, Rodling, Chang, and Baker.
Coming into the wall, 3, 4, 5, all in the mix here. And touching first, unofficially from lane 4 with the 1:05.61, Ava Pape. Heat 6. In the water, we have heat 6 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Fan. Lane 2, Kopp. Lane 3, Barnes. Lane 4, Zhu. Lane 5, Hordian. Lane 6, Esposito. Lane 7, Ton. And lane 8, Lan.
And continuing with the results for event 32, men's 100-meter backstroke. Our consolation finalists, Sandvig, Sakau, Lathrop, Asab, Burns, Chang, Hansen, and Camden. Our championship finalists, Jack Nugent, Hunter Silnick, Robbie Griswold, Nathan Kim, Derek Zing, Onasi, Luigi Pranko Faraz, and Rex Maurer with a qualifying time of 57:33. The time is now 10:22. You have 30 minutes to scratch or declare your intent.
And touching first is Alyssa Tan in lane 7 with an unofficial time of 1:04.73. Heat 7. Diving in is heat 7 of 12 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Katie Hawk, unattached Santa Clara. Lane 2, Bethany Garcia, unattached Mission. Lane 3, Alexander Miliskovich, unattached Nova. And lane 4, her teammate Tiffany Kim, also from Nova. Lane 5, Sophie Ware, Texas Ford Aquatics. Lane 6, Catalina Kahan, unattached Beach Cities. Lane 7, Lily Powell, Texas Ford Aquatics. And in lane 8, Maddie Malone, unattached Beach City. Tight race coming into the last part of this race. Lane 7, lane 5, lane 8. Touching first out of lane 1 with an unofficial time of 1:06.50. That is Katie Hawk. Heat 8. In the waters, heat 8 of 12 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Rena Gomez, unattached JCC Waves. Lane 2, Samantha Banos, unattached UCSB. Lane 3, Annie Hunt, Texas Fort Aquatics. Lane 4, Grayson Aquino, unattached Mission. Lane 5, Charlotte Fishman, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 6, Tia Salvino, unattached Mission. Lane 7, Alexis Margit, Brea Aquatics. And Lane 8, Taylor Park, unattached Nova. Coming into the wall, it looks to be lane 6, Tia Salvino, with an unofficial time of 1:03.97.
Oh my gosh.
Heat 9. In the waters, heat 9 of 12 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Morgan Carls, unattached Golden West. Lane 2, Jacqueline Gruber, Texas Fort Aquatics. And lane 3 is her teammate Logan Morris, also from Texas Fort Aquatics. Lane 4, Amelia Snyder, San Jose State University. Lane 5, Alexia Duncan, unattached JCC Waves. Lane 6, Sophia Van Steel, Texas Fort Aquatics. Lane 7, Michelle Murphy, unattached Tool Nation Tritons. And lane 8, Avery Wharton, Texas Fort Aquatics. Touching first out of lane 5 with an unofficial time of 1:05.92, Alexia Duncan. Heat 10. In the waters, heat 10 of 12 of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Angie Amati Kashadi, unattached Mission. Lane 2, Joy Lee, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 3, Devin Silberman, unattached Nova. Lane 4, Reese Verrin, unattached Lakewood. Lane 5, Mikkel Morabito, Texas Fort Aquatics. Lane 6, Madison McCormick, unattached Rancho San Diego. Lane 7, Nikki Leahy, unattached Nova. And in lane 8, Kate Steinmeier, unattached Rancho San Diego. Tight race between 2, 3, 4, 6. Touching first out of lane 1, out of lane 6 with an unofficial time of 1:07.72. Heat 11. In the water is heat 11 of 12 of event 33, the women 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Adele Brush, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 2, Victoria Alfaro, unattached Lakewood. Lane 3, Kiana Fan, unattached Azot. Lane 4, Mia Cronson, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 5, Annalise Duncan, unattached JCC Waves. Lane 6, Maddie Wheeler, Irvine Nova Aquatics. And Lane 7, Halea Fleming from unattached Mission. The next event will be event 34, the men's 100-meter butterfly. There will be 9 heats. Touching first out of lane 1 with an unofficial time of 1:08:17, Adele Brush. Heat 12. In the water is the 12th and final heat of event 33, the women's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 3, Aubrey A-Stars, unattached the swim team. Lane 4, Callie Rowland, San Jose State University. And in lane 5, Izzy Frere, San Jose State University. Touching first out of lane 4, Callie Rowland with an unofficial time of 1:08:32.
Heat 1. And in the water, we have heat 1 of 9 in event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Michael Sakau, Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 2, Edward Kim, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Nathan Kim, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 4, David Schmidt, our top qualifying swimmer, swimming unattached, representing Evolution with a qualifying time of 53:32. In lane 5, Mason Morris, swimming unattached, representing USC. In lane 6, Marcus Moore, swimming unattached, representing Lakewood. In lane 7, Logan Lockey, representing Alpha Aquatics. And with the lead coming into the wall, we have David Schmidt unofficially touching first with the time of 55:19. Heat 2. And in the water, we have heat 2 of 9 in event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 1, Yokanan Meza, Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 2, Ryan McCor, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. In lane 3, Hunter Sahelnik, unattached, representing Mission Viejo. And our second qualifying swimmer, Harry Homan, swimming unattached, representing USC. Lane 5, Kevin Galuli, representing Mission Viejo Natadors. In lane 6, Aiden Sandovig, Representing Golden West, swimming unattached. In lane 7, Nathaniel Delosio. Representing Lakewood, swimming unattached. And in lane 8, Giovanni Solo, representing the Sandpipers. We have a lead in lane 4 coming into the wall. And unofficially touching first, Harry Homans unattached, representing USC with a time of 56:67. Heat 3. And in the water, we have Heat 3 of 9. Event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 1, Braden Jones, Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 2, Aiden Rissick, representing Triton Aquatics, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Max Cahill, representing the Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. And our third qualifying swimmer, Drew Jalbert, University of Pittsburgh. Lane 5, Adam Mailer, University of Pittsburgh. In lane 6, Abram Zagoras, representing Nova. In lane 7, Ian Sun, representing Azot. And in lane 8, Austin Ranthrop, representing Rancho Santiaguito, swimming unattached. And it looks like we have a slight lead in lane 4 coming into the wall with Drew Jalbert with an unofficial time of 55:02. Heat 4 of 9. In the water, we have Heat 4 of 9, Event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Oceanossie. Lane 2, Ballinger. Lane 3, Yu. Lane 4, Devis. Lane 5, Summers. Lane 7, Perez. And Lane 8, Q. We have our results from Event 33, women's 100-meter butterfly. We have our second alternate, Sophia Sim. Our first alternate, Victoria Mori. We have our bonus finalists, Pap, Kopp, Wu, Okada, Fan, Hill, Lee, and Ninan. And unofficially touching first in lane 4 with a time of 58:24, we have Kenneth Davis. Heat 5. And in the water, we have Heat 5 of 9, Event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 1, Monroe. Lane 2, Cerda. In lane 3, Bonilla. Lane 5, Cruz. Lane 6, Carrillo. Lane 7, Yao. And lane 8, Gallegos. Returning to our results for Event 33, women's 100-meter butterfly, we have our consolation finalists, Catherine Hazel, Ella Flowers, Alyssa Tunn, Ishahel Kratz, Abby O'Sullivan, Sammy Hull, Bella Fisco, and Maylin Lawrence. Please note, athletes and coaches, time trial registration will close at 11 a.m. Again, time trial registration will close at 11 a.m. Tight race coming into the wall here, but unofficially touching first, we have lane 2, Lino Cerda, with an unofficial time of 58:58. Heat 6. In the water, we have heat 6 of 9, event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. Lane 1, Hatar. Lane 2, Matsumoto. Lane 3, Yao. Lane 4, Marzagak. Lane 5, Stein. Lane 6, Win. 7, McKee. And lane 8, Eanes. And finally, event 33 results, our championship finalists. Chloe Adiego, Sammy Cummins, Taya Salvino, Amy Zhang, Zara Masood, Ariel Brotman, Davina Huang, and our top qualifier with a time of 1:01.66, we have Maggie Shallow. It is now 10:40. You have 30 minutes to declare your attend or scratch. And coming into the wall, unofficially touching first with a time of 58:59, we have Even Marquez. Heat 7. And in the water, we have heat 7 of 9, event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 1, Nicholas Lee, unattached, representing Mission Viejo. In lane 2, Gavin Santoso, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 3, Michael Ryan, University of Pittsburgh. In lane 4, Nicholas Bagri, the Royal Swim Team. In lane 5, Mateo Parker, unattached, representing USC. In lane 6, Liam Mulroy, representing Mission Viejo Nadadors, swimming unattached. In lane 7, Hansa Zika, representing Mission Viejo Nadadors, swimming unattached. And in lane 8, Ethan Botakizis, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. We have a lead in lane 5, and unofficially touching first, Mateo Parker with the time of 56:58. Heat 8. And in the water, we have heat 8 of 9 in event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 1, Michael Kimitsu. In lane 2, Brandon Wu, representing Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 3, Hughes Wang, representing Rose Bowl, swimming unattached. In lane 4, Jonathan Holmberg, swimming unattached, representing Triton Aquatics. In lane 5, Andrew McKeown, representing Texas Fort Aquatics. In lane 6, Thomas Schmidt, swimming unattached, representing Evolution. In lane 7, Oliver Gray, Orca. In lane 8, Henderson Lee, swimming unattached. We have a tight race coming here to the finish, but touching first, unofficially lane 3, Hughes Wang with a time of lane 4. Yeah. Excuse me, lane 4. Touching first, Jonathan Holmberg with a time of 1 minute flat, .74. Heat 9 of 9. And in the water, we have our 9th and final heat of Event 34, men's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 3, Oliver Mann, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. In lane 4, Dylan Wee, unattached, representing Rose Bowl. And in lane 5, Logan Fang, unattached, representing San Diego. And in lane 6, Michael Morrow, representing Texas Forward Aquatics. And we have a lead coming into the wall here in lane 5. Logan Fang unofficially touching first with a time of 1 minute, .93.
Heat 1. In the water, we have the first of 11 heats of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Maddie Phillips, unattached, Mission. Lane 2, Ella Freeman, San Jose State University. Lane 3, Abby O'Sullivan, unattached, Mission. Lane 4, Alicia Wilson, Mission Viejo Nadadors, as your top qualifier coming into today with a time of 2:09.61. Lane 5, Kayla Hahn, La Mirada Armada. Lane 6, Applejean Gwynn, Sandpipers. Lane 7, Lucy Flynn, unattached, Orca. And in lane 8, Nicole Christensen, unattached, Mission. And after the breaststroke split, still is Alicia Wilson from Mission in the lead, splitting a 1:44.07. Followed in second by Kayla Hahn. Kayla Hahn making a push on Alicia Wilson out of lane 4 and lane 5. But it looks to be Alicia Wilson out of lane 4 with an unofficial time of 2:17.68, followed by Kayla Hahn in lane 5. In the waters, heat 2 of 11 of the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Davina Huang, unattached, Santa Clara. Lane 2, Hujong Yoon, unattached, Rose Bowl. Lane 3, Chloe Isleta, Sand Devil Swimming. Lane 4, Tegan Odell, unattached, Mission. Lane 5, Eunice Lee, unattached, Santa Clara. Lane 6, Caitlin Nguyen, Irvine Nova. Lane 7, Lucy Warnick, Sandpipers. And Lane 8, Gabby Achieva, unattached, Triton Aquatics.
And we have our results for Event 34, the men's open 100-meter butterfly. Our second alternate, Logan Lackis. Our first alternate, Dylan Bonilla. Our bonus finalists, Peyton Cow, Nathaniel De Aloso, Giovanni Sulu, Michael Rhine, Evan Marquez, Marcus Moore, Lionel Serta, and Jack O'Shaughnessy. Our consolation finalists, Jochen Meza, Harry Summers, Kenneth Christian Devis, Austin Lathrop, Mason Morris, Edward Kim, Ryan McCarr, and Kevin Galuli. And our championship finalists, Nathan Kim, Hunter Sinilnik, Avram Zagagoras, Mateo Parker, Harry Homans, David Schmidt, Adam Mailer, and Drew Jalbart. It is now 10:50. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent or scratch.
And after the breaststroke split, it's lane 4, Tegan Odell with the lead, splitting a 1:44.39. And touching first, unofficially out of lane 4, Tegan Odell with a time of 2:16.11. Heat 3. In the water, we have heat 3 of 11 of event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Grace Wharton from Irvine Nova. Lane 2, Michaela Tan, dart swimming. Lane 3, Aja Kozan, unattached, mission. Lane 4, Nicoletta Pavlupla, Greece. Lane 5, Taylor McCoy, Mission Viejo. Lane 6, Natalie Walklet, unattached, Rose Bowl. Lane 7, Bella Brito, Beach City Swimming. And Lane 8, Kalia Hughes, Irvine Nova. After the backstroke split, it looks to be Aja Kozan out of lane 4, splitting a 1:04.81. And with a strong swim into the wall out of lane 3, Aja Kozan with an unofficial time of 2:17.40. Heat 4. In the water is heat 4 of 11 of event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Lily Dormans, unattached, Rose Bowl. Lane 2, Ava Pape, Texas Fort Aquatics. Lane 3, Clemens Choi, unattached, Ramada. Lane 4, Michelle Grabowski, Sandpipers. Lane 5, Abigail Neenan, unattached, Santa Clara. Lane 6, Chloe Hickman, unattached, Lakewood. Lane 7, Lena Wartleman, Santa Clara Swim Club. And lane 8, Jaden Kopp, unattached Mission. Tight race between lane 2, lane 6, lane 8. Touching first with an unofficial time of 2:26:34. It is Ava Pape. Heat 5. Diving in the waters, Heat 5 of 11 of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Maddie Malone, unattached Beach Cities. Lane 2, Jordan Evans, Sandpipers. Lane 3, Eliza Taylor, unattached Mission. Lane 4, Anna Brill, unattached Rose Bowl. Her teammate, Addie Gish, in Lane 5. Lane 6, Isabel Wu, Santa Clara Swim Club. Lane 7, Victoria Mori, unattached Mission. And in Lane 8, Sophia Giorgino, unattached Rose Bowl. At the backstroke split, it looks to be a tight race across the field. Lane 2, lane 4 coming into the wall. Lane 2 with a slight edge. Touching first unofficially, lane 2, Jordan Evans from Sandpipers with a time of 2:26:24. Heat 6. In the waters, Heat 6 of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Karina Hortonian, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 2, Luna Balbueno, San Jose State University. Lane 3, Jasmine Liu, unattached Mission. Lane 4, Sammy Hall, unattached Beach Cities. Lane 5, Lena Lee, unattached Mission. Lane 6, Avery Wharton, Texas Ford Aquatics. Lane 7, Shanti Nguyen, unattached Ramada. And lane 8, Sophia Zomanowski, unattached Nova. After the backstroke leg, it looks to be Lena Lee out of lane 5 with a slight lead. Touching first out of lane 3, Jasmine Liu with an unofficial time of 2:26.71. Heat 7. In the waters, Heat 7 of 11 of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Elise Sullivan, unattached Nova. Lane 2, Erin Arnold, Beach Cities. Lane 3, Kate Steinmeier, unattached Rancho San Diego. Her teammate, Cassidy Allison, in Lane 4. Lane 5, Zeynep Tuku, unattached Santa Clara. Lane 6, Gabby Brito, Beach City Swimming. Lane 7, Logan Morris, Texas Ford Aquatics. And in Lane 8, Megan Lee, unattached Rose Bowl. After the after the backstroke split, we have lane 4 with the split of 1:08.02 currently in the lead. Under the flags, out of lane 7, unofficially, Logan Moritz with a time of 2:25.41. Heat 8. Diving in is Heat 8 of 11 of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Ava Withy, unattached Mission. Lane 2, Emma Myberg, San Jose State. Lane 4, Ali Yokoyama, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 5, Eden Addison, Texas Florida Aquatics. Her teammate, Mikhail Morabito, also Texas Florida Aquatics. Lane 7, Delaney Herr, unattached Beach Cities. And Lane 8, Vivian Taylor, Mission. After the backstroke split, we have Delaney Herr with the lead out of lane 7, splitting at 1:06.07. In the waters, Heat 9 of 11 of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Maddie Wheeler, Irvine Nova. Lane 2, Kiana Fan, unattached Azot. Lane 3, Ali Kim, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 4, Daniela Farana Fontes, Texas Florida Aquatics. Lane 5, Lauren Puntman, unattached North Coast Aquatics. Lane 6, Georgia Wimberly, Texas. Touching first, lane 6 with an unofficial time of 2:27.80. That is Georgia Wimberly. Heat 10. In the water is Heat 10 of 11 of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 3, Adele Brush from Unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 4, Sophia Fatensel, Texas Fort Aquatics. Lane 5, Audrey Hill, Coronado Swim Team. Lane 6, Madison McCormick, Unattached Rancho San Diego. And Lane 7, Reagan Matheson, San Jose State University. Touching first out of lane 7 with an unofficial time of 2:29.50, Reagan Matheson. Heat 11. Diving into the water is the 11th and final heat of Event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Lane 3, Luciana Ribeiro, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 4, Mia Bergeron, Unattached Rose Bowl. And in Lane 5, Joyce Chang, Unattached Mission Viejo Nadadors. Next up will be Event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. There will be 9 heats. After the backstroke split, we have a lead by Luciana Ribeiro out of lane 3, splitting a 1:12.86. Under the flags, we have lane 3 and lane 4 battling out. Who will touch first? Lane 4 by 4/100ths of a second with an unofficial time of 2:33.11. Heat 1. Diving in is the first of 9 heats of event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Peter Vu, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 2, Gian Santos, unattached Nova. Lane 3, Zach Larrick, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 4, Trenton Julian, our top qualifier, our top person coming in with the top seed this morning with a time of 2:00:08 from Mission Viejo Nadadors. Lane 5, Noah Seck, unattached Mission. Lane 6, Will Chin, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 7, Ramon Zhang, unattached Evolution. And lane 8, Anthony Dornoff, La Mirada Armada. The World Championship A cut is 1:59.53. Again, Trenton Julian out of lane 4 is coming into this race seated with a 2:00:08. So he will be looking for that World Championship A cut, which again is a 1:59.53. Lane 4 and lane 5, Trenton Julian and Noah Seck battled it out in the 4 IM finals last night to a nail-biting finish. Let's see who's going to come out on top in this 2 IM prelim this morning. Once again, Noah Seck and Trenton Julian battling it out in the middle of the pool. Currently, it looks to be Noah Seck with a very slight lead. The World Champs A cut, as a reminder, is 1:59.53. Trenton Julian touching first unofficially with a time of 2:06.25. Followed closely by Noah Seck with a 2:06.78. Heat 2. Diving into the water is Heat 2 of 9 of Event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Derek Ho, Rancho San Dieguito. Lane 2, Dean Coe, unattached Nova. Lane 3, Nick Williams, Mission Viejo Nadadors. Lane 4, David Schlick, Sun Devil Swimming. Lane 5, Rex Morar, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 6, Jackson Armour, Texas Ford Aquatics. Lane 7, Daniel Lee, unattached Rose Bowl. And Lane 8, Ian Sun, unattached Azot. Touching first unofficially out of lane 4 with a time of 2:06.91, David Schlitt. Heat 3. Diving in the waters, heat 3 of 9 of event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Yakananan Miza, Texas Ford Aquatics. Lane 4, Jared Arroyo, Sun Devil Swimming. Lane 5, Dylan Wright, Sunpipers of Nevada. Lane 6, Elson Lee, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 7, Kenny Eckel, Unattached Coronado Swim Team. And Lane 8, Michael Termaloff, Texas Ford Aquatics.
Hey, Chad. He's a pot steer. Nick Williams is not here today. Okay. So that's.
Yeah, Daniel Lee says I saw an open lane.
You shouldn't be expecting him to show up.
Just so that they know, there is going to be a swim off for event 27, the 50 fly. I'll get you the names, but there's going to be a swim off just so that we know, and it's going to be immediately following
The 2 IMs or the
2 IM before the 800.
Okay, and you don't have the names yet, or?
What are the names? Waterman?
Orleman and Gomez. Rena Gomez.
What event number is that?
127.
So it's Gomez and Waterman.
Wardleman?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Wardleman?
Yes.
Event 36,
From
heat 3, lane 1, downward butterfly type kick, 3 Davis, and that will be Jeff.
Attention, following the conclusion of event 36, the men's 200 IM, we are going to have a swim off in the event 127 between Rena Gomez and Wardleman. Again, the last names are Gomez and Wardleman for a swim off following the men's 200-meter IM. Touching first out of lane 4 with an unofficial time of 2:07.26 is Jared Arroyo. Heat 4. In the water is heat 4 of 9 of event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Alonso Santos, La Mirada Armada. Lane 2, Gunnar Hopkins, unattached, Dianza Cupertino. Lane 3, Bexon Yasingidli, unattached, Coronado Swim Team. Lane 4, Matthew Coe, unattached, Nova. Lane 5, Julian Pella, Texas Florida Aquatics. Lane 6, Andrew Vett, unattached, Ramada. Lane 7, Peyton Coe, unattached, Beach Cities. And Lane 8, Jack Oshagnazi, unattached, Beach Cities.
And when did he want to swim that?
Following the men's 200 IM. And is it a 50 or 100? Did I say? 50? Okay.
It's a two women.
Two women. Yeah, two women. Okay. And your unofficial winner of Heat 4 is Matthew Coe out of Lane 4 with a time of 2:13:33. Heat 5. In the waters, heat 5 of 9 of event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Rodling. Lane 2, Ints. Lane 3, Thongantra. Lane 4, Kim. Lane 5, Warma. Lane 6, King. Lane 7, Zettel. And Lane 8, Hua. I have results from event 35, the women's 200-meter IM. Second alternate, Lucy Warnick. First alternate, Anna Brill. Your C finalists are Jasmine Liu, Jaden Kopp, Ava Pape, Jordan Evans, Delaney Herr, Nicole Christensen, Logan Morris, and Bella Brito. Your B finalists are Kalia Hughes, Eunice Lee, Lucy Flynn, Nicoletta Pavlova, Taylor McCoy, Ella Freeman, Abby O'Sullivan, and Grace Wharton. And your championship finalists are Michaela Tan, Ho Jong Yoon, Chloe Isleta, Caitlin Nguyen, Kayla Hahn, Alicia Wilson, Aja Kozan, and your top qualifier, Tegan Odell, with a time of 2:16:11. Ladies, the time is 11:32. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent or scratch.
Qualification event 36. Lane 8, downward butterfly type kick. Andrew.
And at the wall, unofficially, lane 3 with a time of 2:14:27. Heat 6. Diving in is Heat 6 of 9 of Event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Ryan McCower, unattached, Rose Bowl. Lane 2, Cormac Ryan, unattached, Coronado Swim Team. Lane 3, Aiden Yao, Evolution. Lane 4, Kel Lozano, unattached, Rancho San Diego. Lane 5, River Chang, unattached, Nova. Lane 6, Aiden Ari, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 7, Tianyu Zhang, unattached, Santa Clara. And in lane 8, Benton Chang. As a reminder, immediately following the men's 200 IM, we will have a swim-off in event 127, the women's 50-meter butterfly. The swim-off will be between Reina Gomez and Lena Wartleman. Again, 50-meter women's swim-off will be immediately following the men's 200-meter IM. Unofficially, touching first, lane 6, Aiden Ari with a time of 2:14.88. Heat 7. Diving in is Heat 7 of 9 of Event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Lucas McKee, unattached, Evolution. Lane 2, Luigi Perez Franco, unattached, Triton Aquatics. His teammate, Robbie Griswold, out of Lane 3. Lane 4, Nico Morales Ostergaard, unattached, the swim team. Lane 5, Ben Gallegos, unattached, Mission Viejo Nadadors. Lane 6, Aiden Griffith, Coronado Swim Team. Lane 7, Kurt Owens, Texas Ford Aquatics. And lane 8, Braden Guzman, unattached, North Coast Aquatics. After the backstroke split, looks to be a really close race between lanes 2 and lane 6. Lane 2 splitting a 1:02.17. Lane 6 splitting a 1:01.75. Touching first with an unofficial time of 2:13.59 out of lane 6, Aiden Griffith. Heat 8. Diving in, it's Heat 8 of 9 of Event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 1, Dominic Gutierrez, unattached Rose Bowl. Lane 2, Sonat Joshi, unattached Nova. Lane 3, Jacob Carnes, unattached North Coast Aquatics. Lane 4, Jay Hickman, unattached Lakewood. Lane 5, Lenel Serta, Irvine Nova Aquatics. Lane 6, Indri Santos, La Mirada Armada. Lane 7, Aiden Ta, unattached Santa Clara. And Lane 8, Nathan Cho, unattached Rose Bowl. Under the flags in lane 4, Jay Hickman touching first with an unofficial time at 2:15.57. Heat 9. In the water is the 9th and final heat of Event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Lane 3, Sebastian Ferrin, Rancho San Diego. Lane 4, DeAndre Piaz, unattached, Rose Bowl. Lane 5, Anderson Bennett, Beach City Swimming. And Lane 6, Bruce Blackert, Sandpipers. Again, as a reminder, following this race, we will have a swim-off in Event 127, the women's 50-meter butterfly, between Reina Gomez and Lena Wartleman. Under the flags, lane 6, Brooks Blackert touching first with an unofficial time of 2:19.29.
You would like a test start? Go ahead. Okay to go.
Heat 1.
Hold up, please. Hold up. Stop. We did not get a test start. It wanted a test start and it didn't work. I guess it probably didn't turn the thing on. Okay, now.
Okay, let it happen, Captain.
Make sure we wait for the reset on the wait for the reset on the box.
Lanes are in 4 and 5. 4 and 5.
In the water is the swim off of event 127, the women's 50-meter butterfly. Lane 4, Reina Gomez. Lane 5, Lena Wardelman. Both coming in to the swim off with a time of 30.23. Touching first, lane 5 with a 29.79, followed closely with a 29.82 in lane 4. Attention, I have results from event 36, the men's 200-meter IM. Your second alternate, Jay Hickman. Your first alternate, Aiden Yo. C finals are Jack O'Shaughnessy, Peter Vu, Luigi Perez Franco, Aiden Ari, Robbie Griswold, Peyton Kuo, Kenny Eckel, and Taylor Thongitro. Your B finalists are Michael Termalov, Derek Ho, Aiden Griffith, Dean Coe, Matthew Coe, Jackson Armour, Zach Larrick, and Will Chin. And your championship finals are Gian Santos, Dylan Wright, Daniel Lee, Rex Marar, Jared Arroyo, David Schlicht, Noah Sect, and the top qualifier going into finals this evening, Trenton Julian, with a time of 2:06.25. Gentlemen, the time is 11:48. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent or scratch. Attention, event 28 has been reseated and it's been reposted. Again, event 28 has been reseated and will be reposted. Timers, if we could please get you to return to your seats immediately so we can get the 800 started. Again, timers, please report to your timing chairs. Thank you. Heat 1. Diving in, we have Heat 1 of the women's 800 freestyle. This is event 37. In lane 1, Tatiana Dornstein. Lane 2, Zoe DeFabrique. Lane 3, Lauren Putman. Lane 4, Chloe Tiger. Lane 5, Alexa Wong. Lane 6, Sienna Sarvada. Lane 7, Lucy Flynn. And lane 8, Riley Christensen.
They need to load the scoreboard.
We got 6.
At the halfway point, we have a very tight race between lane 5 and lane 6. Lane 6 splitting a 4:34.69 at the 400, and lane 5 splitting a 4:35.27. Looks like lane 4 is also in the mix. With 200 left to go, it is still lane 6, Sienna Sarvata, who split with a 6:53.59, followed closely by lane 4 with a 6:54.26. That is Chloe Teager. Again, the race right now looks to be between Sienna Sarvata and Chloe Teager, lanes 4 and lane 6. At the bell lap, we have a really tight race between lane 4 and lane 6. Lane 4, Chloe Teager from Orca. Lane 6, Sienna Sarvata from Sandpipers. Their splits going into the bell lap were 8:02.46 and 8:02.58. With a 50 left to go, these two women are 1/100th of a second apart. Again, lane 4, Chloe Teager from Orca. Lane 6, Sienna Sarvata, Sandpipers. Touching first out of lane 6, Sienna Sarvata with an unofficial time of 9:07.91, followed closely by Chloe Teager touching second with an unofficial time of 9:08.42. Heat 1. In the water is the first of the men's 800 free. Lane 1, Brandon Cow. Lane 2, Jay Hickman. Lane 5, Bruce Ribeiro. Lane 6, Ryan Novak. Lane 7, Andrew Vett. And Lane 8, Kale Lozano. Attention, I have corrected results for event 36, the men's 200 meter IM. Your second alternate, Aiden Yao. First alternate, Jack O'Shaughnessy. Your bonus finalists are Peter Vu, Luigi Perez Franco, Aiden Ari, Robbie Griswold, Peyton Kuo, Kenny Eckel, Taylor Thungtera, and Michael Termulov. Your consolation finalists are Derek Ho, Aiden Griffith, Dean Coe, Matthew Coe, Jackson Armour, Elson Lee, Zach Larrick, and Will Chin. And your championship finalists are Gian Santos, Dylan Wright, Daniel Lee, Rex Morar, Jarrett Arroyo, David Schlitt, Noah Seck, and your top qualifier, Trenton Julian, with a time of 2:06:25. Gentlemen, the time is 12:07. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent or scratch. At the halfway mark, we have a leader in lane 5, Bruno Ribiera, splitting a 4:20.72 on the first half of the race. Bruno's followed closely by Jay Hickman out of lane 2. Jay split a 4:23.16 on the first 400. The race continues to be tight between lane 2 and lane 5 with less than a second separating them. We have a change in a leader at the 600 mark. Jay Hickman out of lane 2, splitting a 6:33.92 at the 600, followed by Bruno Ribeiro out of lane 5 with a 6:34.73.
Lane 2 kind of put the move on lane 6. Or lane 5 on me. So I think he's got him. I don't know. A little bit. He's got a little higher stroke rate over here.
This continues to be a really tight race between lane 2, Jay Hickman, lane 5, Bruno Ribeiro. Jay Hickman coming in to the bell lap with the 7:39.40. Bruno Ribeiro coming in with the 7:40.92. And as we've seen through the whole race, again, lane 2, lane 5, Jay Hickman, Bruno Ribeiro. Under the flags, Jay Hickman with a slight lead. And touching first, unofficially out of lane 2, Jay Hickman with the 8:43.86. Bruno Ribeiro out of lane 5 with an 8:45.18. Heat 2. Diving in is Heat 2 of the event 37, the women's 800 freestyle. Lane 1, Sammy Hamilton. Lane 2, Mia Bergen. Lane 3, Natalie Umpompaki. Lane 4, Alexandra Milicevic. Lane 5, Samantha Wong. Lane 6, Devin Silberman. Lane 7, Tiffany Kim. And lane 8, Isabella Tramontana. At the 200 mark, we have a lead out of lane 1, Sammy Hamilton, splitting a 2:14.34 at the 200.
Yeah, we'll see. Mackie Hodges, she's gone. So that would make sense.
At the halfway mark, your leader continues to be Sammy Hamilton out of lane 1, splitting a 4:33.30 on the first 400. Following her is lane 8, Isabella Tramontana from the Sandpipers, splitting the first 400 with a 4:35.80. This race continues to be all about the outside lanes. With 200 left to go, your leader still is out of lane 1, Sammy Hamilton, with a 600 split of 6:52.10, followed by lane 8, Isabella Tramontana from Sandpipers with a split of 6:55 flat.
bring in 3 more heats. 3 more. One boy and has something. One boy, one girl, one stop.
At the bell lap, your leader continues to be Sammy Hamilton from Nova with a split of 8:01.16. Again, followed by the other outside lane over at lane 8 with a split of 8:04.94. From start to finish, under the flag, lane 1, Sammy Hamilton with an unofficial time of 9:08.57, touching first. Followed by lane 2, Isabella Tramontana from Sandpipers with an unofficial time of 9:14.77. Heat 2. In the water is the second of the men's 800 free heats. Lane 1, Giovanni Sulu, Sandpipers. Lane 2, Luke Collins, unattached, Mission. Lane 3, Benson Herr, Ramada. Lane 6, Otis Sai, unattached. Lane 7, Yvonne Karakin, unattached. And in lane 8, Julian Paula, Texas Ford Aquatics. At the 200 mark, we have a strong lead out of lane 7, Yvonne Karakin, splitting a 2:02.07. committed to USC. So I thought he was there, but I don't know for sure.
And the young one we had in training.
That's where Mackey's going too, she said. So.
Getting a gap here though, right?
At the halfway mark, your leader continues to be in lane 7, Yvonne Karakin, with a split of 4:09.46.
His wife's attorney came here too. Nancy,
Yeah, she was ready to sink his boat, and then he got sick, and the dogs got sick, and poor Patrick, he had a really rough time before that. She probably never forgave him for having all of us over and all of us getting into a kitchen.
well, Will's home now. You know, when are you gonna have another?
That was the awesome part. Oh my God, it's great. That's when we found out how much Bill Wright can eat. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Mike Washington can out eat everybody.
And Paul can really eat too.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Come on, Luke. Go.
Jesse was the king. But you know, like a Thanksgiving, or we had several potlucks on deck during COVID because he had to be outside, and he could eat. Oh, he's a 21-year-old boy.
Do you have any particular order, Jason, you want for time trials?
I know the ones that are, I have
So
Did you want
my 16.
started working on it a while ago, got distracted and forgot.
22-year-old. There's like college people that at our house.
With 200 meters to go, your leader continues to be out of lane 7 with a very strong lead at the 600, splitting a 6:16.46. That is Yvonne Karakin.
Well, you know, on top of the 5 pounds of beef, there was pork in there, and some oatmeal, and it was 50.
I only know it's Yvonne because one of my older boys swam at UCSC with me, so I know him personally. Well, I don't know him personally, but my son is talking about him. Yeah.
checking my arm?
Yeah, he's just look. I kept college kids too, sometimes so I couldn't throw that come with it.
I worked with a guy, his name was Yvonne, but it was YVAN.
Oh, yeah. At the bell lap, your leader continues to be Yvonne Karakin, splitting a 7:20.02.
That's why I would like to ring the bell. Yeah, but I would like to try out before I buy it, you know?
Try before you buy?
Like, this is not the 20 bucks bell.
It's for St. Marco. It's like the absolute.
It's not good,
I'm sure
but
it's good.
I don't know.
Coach Marco. Yeah, the old cap over there. Yeah, my son actually got recruited by Marge. And then before his freshman year.
Honey, don't get left, Dave. Don't get left, Dave. Don't get left. Do not get left.
From wire to wire, touching first unofficially in lane 7 with a time of 8:19.76, Yvonne Karakin. Touching second out of lane 1, Giovanni Sulu with a time of 8:33.13. Oh, that's fun.
Cutting it close.
Pretty easy to take Andrew to show everybody how to really eat some stuff.
Really nice. 450, 418. Good job, bud.
Yeah.
Heat 3. Diving in is Heat 3 of the women's 800 free, but Heat 5 overall. Lane 2, Frankie Callahan. Lane 3, Kai Izquierdo. Lane 4, Logan Morris. Lane 5, Eden Addison. Lane 6, Alice Sabano. And Lane 7, Jordan Evans. At the 200 mark, we still have a fairly close field. The leader is currently out of lane 2, splitting a 2:18.14. That is Frankie Callahan. At the halfway mark, the field is extremely close between lane 2, lane 4, lane 5. Lane 4 with the current lead time. No, excuse me. Lane 5 with the current split lead time at 4:40.46 at the halfway mark, followed extremely closely by Lane 4 with a 4:40.51. A new leader at the 500 mark. That is Lane 5, Eden Addison, splitting a 5:51.59, followed very closely by Lane 4 with a 5:51.80. At the 600 mark, lanes 4 and lane 5 continue to be separated by less than 0.3 of a second. That's lane 4, Logan Morris, and lane 5, Eden Addison. Coming into the wall on the bell lap, lane 5 is pulling away. Eden Addison splitting an 8:12.40. And under the flags, lane 5, Eden Addison touching first with an unofficial time of 9:20.89. Second to lane 7, Jordan Evans from Sandpiper, and third, lane 4, Logan Morrison, 9:27.08. Heat 6. In the water, we have the final heat of the 800 freestyle, combined men's and women's. First up, the women. And lane 1, Shayna Hecht, Nova. Lane 2, Irene Kim, La Mirada Armada. And lane 3, Avalon Sanders. For the men, lane 5, Brooks Blackart. Lane 6, Michael Kanamitsu. Lane 7, Quinn Delaney. And lane 8, Aiden Ari.
And we had to turn up the chlorine in the pool to make sure. Thanks for it.
You might find one in a wetsuit.
Right.
And because I've never done time trials before, do I announce it like the same, like wait for the 3 short whistles, and then do I like announce the name of the time trials, or how does that work?
Which one's in what lane? Okay. And you say which
The starter will announce the event.
starter will announce the event. Okay. This one will be in lane 2. So is the swimming the this? Okay. And 4 swimming the okay. And because it's not that lady on the bed.
The starter will announce what they're swimming.
So when they
So when she
She just announces the name.
only the names, so like when you get the 3 short whistles, I don't say anything.
No, don't need to. They'll start talking.
Sorry for the novice questions.
Well, the other half of it, the only other people that will be here are their parents, and they need to be timed.
But if you don't mind me, because
he's the most person. I will be the other.
I just need a minute or two.
well, we start with 50s on that end anyway. So okay.
Reminder for anyone who will be swimming time trials after this last 800 free, you need to provide your own timers. Again, for time trials, please be sure to provide your own timers. On the men's side of the pool, at the halfway mark, it is an extremely tight race between lane 6, lane 7, lane 8. Lane 7 with the fastest 400 split with a 4:27.29. Oh, excuse me. Actually, lane 7 and 28 with exactly a 4:27.29. On the women's side of the pool, we also have a very close race between lane 2 and lane 3. Their 400 split just 2/100ths of a second apart.
pretty consistently for the last 300. So.
At the 600 mark on the men's side of the pool, there continues to be a close race between lane 7 and lane 8. Lane 8 with a 600 split of 642.07. Lane 7 with a 600 split of 643.14. On the women's side of the pool, we have a leader out of lane 2 at the 600, splitting a 7:10.82, followed by lane 3 with a 7:13.34. At the bell lap on the men's side of the pool in lane 8, Aiden Ari splitting at the 700 at 7:48.43, followed by lane 7 splitting at 7:50.12.
Didn't make any more microdot sound. You have way too much free time on your hands, man.
Again, close race between lane 8 and lane 7. Lane 7 out split on the last 50, swimming a 33.10. Lane 8 a 33.64. But coming into the wall, lane 8 in the lead. Aiden Ari from Nova. In a very close finish, we have lane 8 touching first with an unofficial time of 8:52.94. Touching second out of lane 7 with an 8:53.27. That is Quinn Delaney. On the women's side, it looks to be lane 3 with a slight edge over lane 2. Lane 3 touching first with an unofficial time of 9:34.71. Lane 2 with a 9:36.05.
Oh no, we gotta load the meat.
Hold on. Hey, Dana. Wait till he's got to load the meat first, and then you can do one.
Okay.
Who's your starter guy right there?
You guys gotta wait for me for a minute, 'cause I gotta
You need a board? For the starter?
Reminder, for those swimming time trials, you need to be providing your own timers. Time trial swimmers, make sure that you have your own timers.